A woman suddenly fled from the police on US Highway 54. What made her take such a risky move? The incident took place in December 2021, when police signaled Jamie to pull over on suspicion of drunk driving. However, Jamie sped away on US 54 highway. Police did not pursue her directly, but notified other units for assistance.
On traffic with that vehicle, US 54, mile post 89 is going to be a Bolo vehicle. Shh. 10-4, reason for the stop is going to be possible 47. Maintaining visual. Like I said, not going to be in pursuit. The vehicle is going southbound.
Shortly after, Jamie was found hiding in a gas station restroom. When asked to step out, she reacted defiantly and repeatedly shouted, "I'm just using the bathroom. I didn't do anything."
Hey man, who just walked in in that car?
Bathroom.
What are you gonna do about it?
Come out of the stall and get out! Now!
I'm peeing!
Come out of the fucking vehicle! Fucking vehicle! Get out here now! Get out! Get your fucking hands up!
What did I do? I didn't do anything. I just went to pee.
Wasn't you.
What?
That's why they told me you're driving that blue car, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. You are now detained. So I figured out exactly why you left from...
Detained?
Because you took off from my traffic stop.
What are you talking about?
Let's go.
No, you can even get...
Come on.
Let me go! Let me go! Let me go! You are such an asshole. Let me go!
So what happens when you run from the police?
I didn't do anything to the police.
Yeah, okay.
Let me go!
That's not how this works.
Jamie was handcuffed on the spot. Even though police clearly explained her fleeing from the traffic stop, she stubbornly denied it and strongly resisted, demanding to call her boyfriend.
Do anything. Let me go! Let me go! I just had to pee!
845 Soka.
I didn't do anything!
I told you. You took off from my traffic stop.
No, I didn't!
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Don't play games with me.
You.
Yeah, whatever.
I did not. No,
Whatever.
I
Hey.
did not. Let me go.
What's your name?
Let me go.
What's your name?
Let me go.
Let me go isn't your name.
I need to call my boyfriend.
You're going to jail is where you're going.
No, I'm not. Let me go.
Okay.
Let me go and call my boyfriend, please. I did not do anything. I did not go. Please let me go.
Where's your ID?
I don't know.
What's your name?
Jamie?
Jamie what? The only place you're going is to jail.
I didn't do anything.
Okay.
I didn't. Please.
You're not calling anybody. The only place that you're going to go is to the jail. You're going to go to jail for... I stopped you 8 miles down the road. I stopped you 8 miles down the road. You pulled over for me, and then you took off.
No, I did not.
Okay.
I did not. Let
Okay.
me call my boyfriend, please. Please.
Spell your name.
Don't.
J.
Let me call my boyfriend,
Where's the manager? Supervisor. Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. But you did witness her come out of that vehicle right there?
A witness confirmed seeing Jamie stepping out of the fleeing vehicle. She kept pleading and avoided giving her identity, making the situation more tense.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, boss.
Who do I rate? Okay.
And where they went.
Okay.
I'd appreciate it, boss. Thank you. I'll take some pictures really quick. I'll get you my card, the case number and everything, and we'll go from there, okay?
All right.
Thank you. No, that's fine.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna end up. If you work with me, I'm gonna work with you.
Let me call
Okay.
my boyfriend, please.
If I let you call your boyfriend, you're gonna tell me who you are?
But the blue car right behind.
Obviously
right
the blue car, but where in the blue car?
And I don't know, in the console, I think.
Is your car unlocked?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I've got the keys. I've got the keys right here around my neck.
I got your permission. Where exactly is it?
In the middle, I think.
In the middle, you think?
I think I cooperated. You just let me know.
You're not. I told you. The only place you're going is jail.
Why?
I already told you why. Okay.
My phone's.
When asked to present her documents, Jamie gave evasive answers and deliberately refused to
If you
cooperate.
decide to answer questions, you may stop answering questions at any time to consult an attorney. Do you understand what I just told you?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
Where's
Just
your
let
phone?
me- I think it's in the car. If you just let me go over there, I'll
No.
find it. It's in the car. Please.
Okay. So I noticed that while we were in the bathroom, that I smelled a faint odor of alcohol coming from you. Have you had anything to drink today?
A little bit.
A little bit. Is that why you ran from me?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't
So
know
the
you were out.
the reason why I stopped you, okay, is because you.
After a while, she reluctantly said her name was Jamie, but refused to give her full name, delaying the identification process.
Don't play games with me right now, okay? I'm not stupid. Stop treating me like I am, okay?
please find
When
my
I turned
boyfriend.
around and put my lights on, okay?
Please find my
When I
boyfriend.
turned around to put my lights on, I saw you driving the car. When I got out of the truck and walked around, you decided to take off.
No, I
Yes.
did not. No.
Yes,
no,
you did.
No,
Then what do
I
you
did
call it?
not.
Then what do you
I
call
was
it?
just coming to this gas station.
Negative.
I swear, I did not know you were after me. I swear.
That's
I
why
was
you.
just
That's why you
coming
pulled
here.
over for me. That's why I stopped right behind you.
No, I
Okay.
didn't know.
All right.
I didn't know. I just want my boyfriend, please.
Oh, there's
please,
your ID.
Just find him. Please just find my boyfriend, please.
When read her Miranda rights and asked to cooperate with testing, Jamie suddenly admitted, "I had a little to drink," but still firmly denied fleeing.
I'm gonna put you in the back of the car, okay?
No, I
Come on.
just need my boyfriend.
Come on.
I just need my boyfriend, please. Please.
Hang on there for 1 second.
I just need, please let me
Hang on there
help
for 1
you
second.
find my phone and help me.
There you go. 10:23. Come on, lift up your other leg. Get in there.
Trying.
There you go.
Please find my boyfriend. Please find
Just
him.
relax. Thank you. I gotta take some pictures.
Police confirmed that the stop was made because multiple people reported her reckless driving, nearly causing an accident. Jamie continued to deny wrongdoing, begging, "I just want to call my boyfriend."
Sorry.
You're good.
Can I get your name, boss?
Yeah.
How you spell your last name? You have video, right?
You? I'll get you Erica's number and then she can help.
Thank you. I'll be right back.
After checking the scene and taking statements from gas station staff, officers returned to persuade Jamie to cooperate, but she kept screaming and crying.
I don't have it. I don't.
Oh, I hear it ringing.
Well, I don't. Oh, it's in my leg. It's right there. I didn't put it there. Please call my.
Well, how'd it
boyfriend.
get there if you didn't
I
put it there?
I don't know. Please.
Is
call
it David?
Yes.
David.
Up at the top. Up at the very top. I didn't do anything.
You gonna calm down? If you calm down, I'll fix your handcuffs.
Okay.
We have a deal? Okay.
Please don't tow my car, though.
I have to tow your car.
Why?
It was involved in the commission of a crime.
What crime?
Told you. You took off from me when I tried to stop you to talk to you.
I didn't even know you were trying to stop me. I
Okay.
didn't see you. I swear.
Okay.
I swear I didn't see you. Please
All
don't
right.
tow my car.
I have to tow your car.
Please.
I have to tow your car.
I didn't see you.
In the patrol car, Jamie pleaded, "Don't tow my car," and refused to cooperate. She claimed she did not see the initial stop signal.
To tow your car.
Please don't tow my car.
Okay, relax for a second.
Ow!
Just hang on. Sorry, hang on. Relax. There you go.
Ow! You don't have to tow my car. Why do you have to tow my car? It wasn't. I didn't know. I didn't know you were trying to pull me over. I didn't
Okay.
know. Please.
Okay. How much you had to drink today?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's not what you told me initially.
No.
So
Nothing.
you had nothing to drink?
No.
Okay. So would you be willing to take some standardized field sobriety tests so I can see? No?
Sure. Yep,
You-
I'll
you-
take some field sobriety tests. Sure.
Are you going to do it?
Buckle me. I'll take whatever test you want.
You want to take some field sobriety tests?
Sure.
All right. Perfect.
You gonna help me out?
Sure. Can you move your car? That way we can just go right over here. Yes, sir. That way I can move my truck?
Sure.
Thank you. See that yellow line right there?
Yep.
That's where we're going to go, okay?
Okay.
Just stand right there. Don't move, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay? Try to keep your nose pointing at mine. You're still moving your... I know, it's okay.
I'm trying.
Just relax, it's okay. Just trying to remind you. Put it right here on the line. Keep that... No, your left foot. There you go. Right there on the line.
When asked to perform a field sobriety test, Jamie suddenly admitted, "I'm drunk. I just wanted to see my boyfriend,"
All right.
but then refused to continue the test.
9. Heel to toe steps. Looking at your feet with your hands at your side. Make sure you watch me, okay? That way you can see. You're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Don't start. I didn't tell you to start. All right? Do you understand my test?
You know what? I'm drunk. Okay? I'm drunk.
Okay.
I'm drunk. Oh, I just want my boyfriend. Okay?
Where's your boyfriend at?
You called him. I don't know.
Okay. Well, do you want to finish the test or do you want to stop?
Just stop.
Okay.
I just want my boyfriend.
All
I
right.
didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
No, do not put me back in those. I will gladly.
Listen to me. I'll put him in the front if you just chill out. Okay? But I have to put him on you. Okay?
Fine.
All right.
I'm-
All right. Got to go back in the car, okay?
I can't get up here.
I'll help you. Here. Let me see your hand. I'll help you. You got it? Okay. Listen to me. I'm about to tell you something important. You are under arrest for driving under the influence. Okay? The New Mexico implied consent requires you submit to a breath test to determine the alcohol content of your blood.
No.
After you take our test...
Even after admitting to being intoxicated, Jamie continued to resist and acted defiantly when handcuffed again. "I didn't do anything wrong."
There you go. Don't hit my car, okay? You are in Tularosa, New Mexico.
Where?
Tularosa, New Mexico.
Tularosa, New Mexico.
I already got some information. I don't need to know
He said he got sent the information.
But he hung up on you?
He's gonna come get me.
Well, which means you cannot get out of jail.
I did not do anything.
Well, that's a difference of opinion we have.
What?
Okay?
What?
So,
What did I do?
you're driving drunk because you're under arrest for driving under the influence, okay? You took off from my traffic stop, which is resisting and evading, so you're going to go to jail for that. Okay.
Traffic stop.
Well, I can't help you if you don't remember, but I definitely remember you. Well, that'd be why.
Oh, gee, yeah, that would do it, right?
Yeah. So now she's going to get charged with open container.
No, let me go.
No.
I did not do this. Let me go. You cannot hold my car.
Finally, Jamie was officially arrested for DUI and resisting law enforcement. She kept crying and begged to make a phone call.
Okay. No, you're not getting out.
Yes, I am. No, no, no. Get off me. Get off me. Get off me. Stop it.
You're gonna get a
Stop it. Sexual assault.
You're gonna get an additional. You're gonna get an
Let me
additional
go.
charge.
Do you?
Let
An additional. You're gonna get it.
Let me go.
You're gonna get battery
Sexual
on a.
assault.
You're gonna get battery on a.
Sexual
It's
assault.
not
Let
sexual
me
assault.
go.
You're gonna get another charge if you hit me.
Let me go! Let me go!
Come back over here. Put your
No.
seatbelt on.
No!
Come back
Let
over
me
here.
go!
Come on.
No!
Come on. Okay.
Let me go!
Okay.
Let me go!
When asked to sit in the vehicle, Jamie violently resisted, kicked an officer in the chest and screamed, "Let me go! You have no right!" She continued to bite and scratch, forcing police to restrain her. Jamie was charged with assaulting an officer.
Put that one in.
I want you to tell my boyfriend where I am! Let me go! Listen! Let me go!
Get in there.
Run!
Get in.
No! No!
Get
Let
in.
me go! Let me go!
Put your foot in there.
No!
Thank you. Leave her. Full time, but so. Yeah. All right. I'll change them. I'll fix them for you. Okay.
You want to catch your door as soon as you get it out and roll it?
Yes.
I'm gonna fall.
4 inches.
There you go. Which one hurts you? Both of them?
When placed in a holding cell, she screamed, demanded a female officer, and made unfounded accusations of harassment.
Catch another charge.
Ow!
Okay.
Ow! Ow! F you! Let me go! Let me go!
You don't want some shot?
Yeah, we'll be all right.
Aren't you fat?
Hey. Sit down.
Let me go!
Sit down.
Let me go!
Sit down.
Fuck you!
Yeah, no.
No?
No.
Let me go!
Stop.
Let me go!
Stop.
wrong with you? Try to
Let me go! Let me go!
You have a
Stop.
spin mask on you?
Yeah, I do. It's in the truck. Stop.
You assholes! Let me go! Ah!
You straight to the jail, okay?
Ow! Let me go!
Hey, 45 SOCOM. Back out the whip.
No! No! Please, it hurts! It hurts! Ow! Ow!
After hours of resisting and threatening to sue, Jamie was forced to be transferred to the hospital due to high blood pressure. However, on the way, she continued to be uncooperative and threatened medical staff.
She's trying.
Do you guys have a spin mask that we can borrow?
Yeah, I got one. So if you kick these guys, they don't play by the same rules as we do, okay?
Hi, Jamie.
Come on this way.
In the back. We got a cover in the back.
Yeah, handcuff in the back.
Okay? Yeah, I'll help you.
Chris, will you put this in your... I'm sorry. Yeah, Chris, too. All right. Ready? Yep.
Watch her.
Where's my boyfriend?
Step out here.
No!
Let's go.
No!
Step out here.
Where's my boyfriend? No!
Huh?
What are you gonna do to me?
Sit. I know, that's we're gonna just move the
Where's
cuffs
my
around.
boyfriend?
He's not here.
What are you gonna do to me?
We're just going to handcuff you behind you. You can't
No!
do anything on the window.
No! You're not!
Okay, then you better sit there and cool out then, or we're gonna
Where's
do it.
my boyfriend? Call him now!
No, we're not
I
calling
need
your
a phone
boyfriend.
call!
We're not calling your boyfriend.
Yes, you are!
No, we're not.
Yes, you are!
No, we're not.
Where's my boyfriend?
He's not here.
I need a phone call!
All right.
Hey, Jamie.
No!
Jamie.
No! No!
Hey,
No!
hey, you don't even know me, Jamie. I'm Michael, okay? We need to take you to the hospital, all right? Let me take your handcuffs off right quick, all right?
Okay.
All right? What I'm gonna do is, Jamie, I know you look a little bit. I'm gonna put 2 sets of handcuffs on you, all right? Handcuffs on. Okay, roll to this side. Put these knees up like this. Drop yourself with this knee. All right. There you go. Hang on. There you go. There you go. All right. Now, we're gonna stand you up. All right.
I'm gonna fall.
No, we're not gonna let you fall. I promise. Come on. You're good. You're good. See, look at that. Let me pull your shirt down. All right. There you go. All right. So we're just gonna wait on the ambulance. All right. Because the ambulance is gonna take you out and make you feel better. I promise. All right.
They cut me down trying to take my pants off!
Look, we don't need to start getting yelling and be ugly and everything. All right.
They wouldn't tell my boyfriend where I
calls back. All right? They hold a lot of power in their hand right now. You don't want to start being ugly with them.
Why can't I call him? I get a phone call.
You are going to get a phone call once you get your heart rate good.
I don't give a fuck about my heart rate.
Can I borrow you for a
Call my
second?
boyfriend.
Can I borrow you for a second, Sergeant?
Hang on just a second.
Thank you.
All right? What?
Can I borrow you for a second?
What?
I'm gonna shut the door, boss.
No.
Oh, okay.
Shut the door and talk about me. Keep it open.
Trying to get her to.
Yeah, no shit. That's what I'm doing, man.
No. I was gonna see.
Calm down, bro.
No. Because he was one of the ones that tried to rape me. He was one of the ones that took me into that building and tried to take my pants off. Tried to cut me down like a bitch.
Eventually, she was brought back to jail after refusing medical treatment at the hospital, ending the chaotic night with multiple charges: DUI, resisting law enforcement, and assaulting several officers.
What do you mean, what did I do in Missouri? It's none of your business.
Okay, that's great.
It's your fucking business what I did in Missouri. No excuse to be fucking handcuffed and manhandled and have my pants ripped off and fucking try to have 6 men around me trying to rape me.
Okay. Just remember, Jamie, that all of us are one of body cams, all right?
Where the fuck is the ambulance? You're so concerned about me. Where is the fucking ambulance?
Do your show.
I'm gonna call my boyfriend. I get a phone call. I know my rights.
Okay? You're gonna get your phone call.
No, now. I want it now. I want my phone call now.
When you get back from the hospital.
No, I want it now. I want
I don't know
it
I
now.
don't know if you realize this, but this isn't Burger King, all right?
I want my phone call. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna get an attorney. I'm gonna fucking sue all of you for violation of my constitutional rights. I get a phone call.
We know you do.
Then let me call my fucking
I have
boyfriend.
to take you to the hospital
No.
first, there, Jamie.
So if she refuses to go, are we good then? If she refuses to go to the hospital?
She refuses to go, so I'll die. So I won't recuse him of fucking rape.
Back up. Come on, that side. Can you come back?
I want women officers in here now. You get out. Get out. I don't want any men in here.
Like I said, ma'am, I have a camera on, and this isn't
I don't
Burger
give
King,
a
all
fuck
right?
what you have.
Okay, great.
Get out. I want women. I don't want any men in here. Get out. I was almost violated by 6 men. Get out. Out. Out.
We'll wait till the ambulance gets here.
I'm sure there are female officers here.
You have to remember that you're still in our custody.
I don't give a
okay?
fuck.
Me either. That's great.
I don't give a fuck. They tried to assault me.
So we have our two ladies right here.
Oh, yeah. Are they here?
I don't think keeping me in cuffs, which are painful, will help my blood pressure.
Oh, shit, sorry.
You're okay.
You need to go the fuck away, Baldy.
Nope. Nope. Knock it
Don't touch
off.
me! Don't touch
Knock
me!
it
Don't
off.
touch me!
Sit down.
Don't touch me!
Better-
He knows. He was there the whole time. You know. When you guys try to fucking cuff me to that fucking bench. You know. Fucking asshole.
Knock it off.
Fuck
Knock
you.
it off.
Don't touch me! Don't touch me!
Because you don't get there's twice.
Don't touch me!
So that's actually.
Don't touch me! Don't
It's got 2 more
touch me!
charges.
Don't touch me!
Oh, that's 3.
Don't
Keep it up, Jimmy.
touch
Keep it up.
me!
Keep it up.
Do not touch me!
Sarge, we'll just shut the door. She's handcuffed behind her back. So.
Do not touch me!
I'm not
Do
gonna
not
do
touch
anything
me.
like this. We just need to find out where the ambulance is now.
Now! Find out where it is now!
But why stopping you?
Fuck you!
Hold up right now.
Fuck you!
They're pulling up right now.
Can we get the side door too?
This side door. Hold on.
We're not ready to move.
Let go of me! Let go of me! Let go of me! Let go! No males are allowed to touch me! No males are allowed to touch me!
No, because
No males! No males are allowed to touch me! Let go of me! Let go of
Jamie,
me!
you're in our custody.
No! No males are allowed to touch me!
Right now. Hold on.
Hold on, don't touch me! Let go of me!
All right.
Let go of me! No! Let go of me! Let go of me!
Jamie, we're being super polite with you, okay?
No! No, you're insulting me!
No, we're not.
Yes, you are! Yes, you are! Like,
Don't
ah!
kick me.
No.
Get off of me!
Off.
Get off of me!
Knock it off, Jamie. Talk to the paramedics and answer their questions. That's all they
He
want.
keeps assaulting me!
You just kicked me again.
Because you keep assaulting me! Get off of me!
Answer
Get
their
off of me!
Jamie, answer their questions so we can
Get
you
off
out
of
here.
me! Just get off! Make him get off of me! No, make him get off of me! Make him get off of me!
Right.
Not when you keep kicking me. No.
Okay, ma'am.
Get off of me!
I need you to take a deep breath through your nose and let it out through your mouth, okay? You need to calm down right now for these officers.
Please let go of me!
Okay, you need to listen to me, okay? I'm trying to help you out here. You can either be rude to me or you can let me help you, all right? But I'm not going to tolerate you yelling your voice at me and yelling in the back of my ambulance, all right?
He needs to let go of me.
You need to calm down for this officer.
No, he needs to let go of me.
He doesn't have to do anything that you say. You understand?
Yes,
You need to listen to me and you need to calm down right now, ma'am. All right? I'm trying to help you. Okay? I don't want to talk to you like this. You're a grown-ass adult.
Fuck you.
All right?
Can we? So would it make life easy if we put her in the back of one of our cars and take her there? But she's
I
not.
have to check her blood pressure and all that. I can check her blood pressure and we can go from there.
Can we start making that happen?
Yeah.
Cool.
So what do you want, ma'am? Do you want to go with me or do you want to go with this nice officer? Let's go ahead and move her onto the gurney. We'll try getting her onto the gurney and getting her to the hospital. We'll try to calm her down.
Thanks, guys, for coming out, though. Appreciate you.
Okay, you got to plant your bottom right here. I'm sticking my neck out for you, okay, ma'am? I need you to remain calm with me this whole time, all right? I'll just help you, okay? We'll have to uncuff her while we transport her. Or do you...
Can I cuff her to the gurney?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we can do that. Can you lay down here on the back?
Ma'am, you have to.
I can't until you uncuff me.
Well, you have to turn your feet that way so I can handcuff you. Thank you. Yes, sir. Lean forward just a little bit. Don't.
Fuck you.
We're not playing there, Jamie.
Fuck you.
Ma'am,
I'm not trying to do anything. Fuck
Put it
you.
right here.
How the fuck am I supposed to be taken care of? You guys are gonna act like this. Fuck you. It's hurt.
just focus on breathing in through your
Shut up.
nose and out through your mouth. All right?
Yeah.
I'm helping you out.
These handcuffs hurt. We're gonna have to do this shit
She
up.
got me
It
good.
hurts.
She got me good.
I am vaccinated.
Yeah, I'm all right.
And I've had my
She got me right here.
I don't need a
Under the
vaccine.
kneecap.
You're welcome for the medical
Yeah.
attention that you're receiving here.
We'll see you guys before 7. We'll help you.
What do you think about the woman's actions in the video? Leave a comment and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That's the motivation I need to create even more high quality content.